Thanks for staying with us. Now on to our top national story. As college cutoffs continue to be staggeringly high, making admissions into a college of one's dreams next to impossible. It seems some students have been driven to desperate measures. At least 11 general category students have been found using fake OBC caste certificates to get admission into Delhi University. In top colleges like SRCC and Kirorimal and Venkateshwara, the parents of these students paid ₹5 lakhs for these certificates, and legal actions will be taken against them. Several other students are also under the scanner. The Delhi police have arrested 3 people so far who are making these certificates. Ratnakar, the nephew of the late spiritual leader Satya Sai Baba, who is also a trustee of the Satya Sai Trust, was questioned by police today in connection with lakhs in cash that had allegedly been removed from the ashram premises in Puttaparthi. Now, there are more and more questions being raised about the trust, and a protest was held against the trust members in Puttaparthi today. Take a look.
Puttaparthi, the headquarters of the late spiritual leader Satya Sai Baba. It's just over 2 months since his death, and there are already big changes. This kind of protest would just not have happened. People demanding an inquiry into alleged irregularities in the crores worth of assets the trust handles.
We want inquiry about the 35 lakhs, madam. So who is involved in this trust members? So we are asking government to arrest him and to protect the Swami property.
Police are talking to 2 trust members, V. Srinivasan and Satya Sai Baba's nephew Ratnakar, in connection with lakhs worth of cash recovered from a vehicle leaving Puttaparthi. With huge amounts of gold, silver and cash recovered from the personal chamber of Satya Sai Baba, the inevitable question, is all the wealth gathered by the ashram over the years properly accounted for? It's something that would have been unimaginable even a short while ago. A protest being organized in the small town of Puttaparthi against members of the Sri Satya Sai Central Trust. Lots of questions being raised about the operation of the trust, about the usage of the funds, the crores worth of funds contributed by devotees to the late godman. Lakhs of unaccounted for money being seized outside of Puttaparthi, questions being raised about the gold and silver and treasure found within the ashram premises. The people here want an inquiry. They say the activities of the trust need to be investigated. With camera person Lokesh, Maya Sharma in Puttaparthi for NDTV.
Moving on to another national story now. One of the aims of the Integrated Child Development Service in Orissa is to improve nutrition and health of its Dalit and tribal population. Now, especially expecting mothers and newborns. But since most Anganwadi workers who execute the scheme are from the forward castes, critical components like supplementary food are denied to the program's most vulnerable beneficiaries.
The last time Sita Bhoi went to the local market, she fell in love with this poster. The 18-year-old is expecting her first child and wants the baby to be healthy. But Sita and her friend Pratima, who is due to deliver any day, have not had a single health checkup under the Integrated Child Development Service or ICDS.
Tetanus injection milna chahiye, wo mila? Nahi mila.
They live in the Dalit hamlet of Patharpada village in Puri district. And although every pregnant and nursing mother here is registered with the local Anganwadi, the benefits of the scheme elude them. They believe it's because they are Dalits. Sunanda's daughter is 2 months old but has still not been weighed at the Anganwadi center.
This is a complaint that the villagers have handed over to us against the Anganwadi worker. They claim that she never makes home visits.
The Anganwadi Didi denies this. But as the National Family Health Survey figures for 2005 and 6 reveal, infant and under 5 mortality figures in Orissa are significantly higher for scheduled castes than for general castes.
Discrimination is very much there. One Dalit child is sitting and somebody is serving. She will throw the egg to her plate. And most unfortunate part about ICDS and midday meal is many people are denied food.
Scheduled castes and tribes are the primary targets of ICDS interventions. But in a society which practices untouchability, its most needy beneficiaries are losing out. In Puri district, Shikha Trivedi for NDTV.
Well, moving on now, the right to education may be a fundamental right for children, but what will they do without teachers? A study by the HRD ministry shows that there is a shortage of almost 3 lakh teachers in the country.
One teacher to teach multiple classes. It's not a new innovative education method our schools have adopted, but the result of a lack of teachers. There's a shortage of almost 3 lakh teachers, according to data compiled by the Ministry of Human Resource Development for the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. According to these figures, out of 35 states and union territories, 22 have either not recruited any teachers or not bothered to send in their staff reports in the last year. Andaman Nicobar, Daman Diu, Gujarat and Goa are the only ones that have met their targets and have no vacant positions. Bihar has over 1 lakh posts lying vacant, while Uttar Pradesh has about 50,000 and West Bengal nearly 43,000. In fact, the government has failed miserably in reaching anywhere near their own targets set for the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, which aims at providing elementary education between the age group of 6 to 14.
There are national level norms that there should be 1 teacher for every 30 children as part of the right to education. And now when those using this norm, when we are now making assessments of what is the gap, there are huge gaps.
Programs like Shiksha Mitra that were aimed at compensating for the lack of teachers may have been an attempt to solve the numbers problem, but it's not even begun to address the issue of the quality of teaching our children are receiving.
Having low quality people come into the schools, because these people don't have a long-term commitment given to them, they might have very high attrition rates. And often we find that such untrained people are given the responsibility to teach grade 1 and grade 2 children, which is the most crucial time for a child.
This lack of teachers is so acute when only about 50% of India's children have access to school. Imagine the situation if all the eligible children start demanding their fundamental right, the right to education. With Anjali Istwal in New Delhi, Tanima Biswas for NDTV.
Time to go and do a break here on the bulletin, but coming up, if you're a Michael Jackson fan, believe you me, you have to come back after this short break. Jermaine Jackson speaks of Michael, his brother, in an exclusive interview to NDTV.